Hey everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Ohio Barbecue. Today I'm going to be doing a video about the assembly of the Bayou Classic offset smoker. It's a great smoker for the price, possibly the best smoker you can get out there. It's not quite as big and beefy as maybe like a Yoder or a brand like that, but it's definitely much better than the brand you'd get at like a big box store or some other places online. I got mine from Costco. It was $679, 680 bucks. I've heard of people getting it for much cheaper than that. If you see one and it's this price or less, pick it up, especially if you're really wanting to try an offset. For this price, it was a great deal, and for what I've heard some other guys got it for, it was fantastic. So, first thing about this offset smoker, it is heavy. It took 3 guys all they had to get it in the back of my truck. And to get it out took some engineering, that's for sure. So when it comes out, it's wrapped in plastic, it's loaded on a pallet, and once you get it off all that, this is what you're looking at. You have to attach a couple things to it. You got to get inside of it and bring out all the boxes and all the grates and everything and figure out what's going on there. So inside the lid, you'll see you've got different grates. You've got some boxes with other things in them, shelves, the chimney, other little accessories are all loaded in there. Pretty standard stuff. It's all made of pretty thick steel, not quite 1/4 inch, but definitely bigger than the real thin stuff you get in other stores. For the chimney, it's pretty simple. Smokestack, you just have 4 bolts that go through. There's no gaskets, nothing like that. I suppose if you wanted to put a little silicone underneath it to seal it, you can, but I have not noticed any smoke leaking out of there, so not a big deal. Push them through onto the inside of the smoker. Pretty standard, and then there is a nut that you can go on and kind of tighten by hand at first to get it in there, but then once you get everything kind of fastened and just lightly secured, you want to go on and get a wrench and kind of tighten it down good. Don't go crazy with it, but again, make sure everything is fastened securely. Like I said before though, I really don't notice any air leaking out of it or any smoke coming out of the gaps. It seems to be pretty straightforward. Now there's also the damper or the flap on top of the smokestack. Again, real straightforward. It's just one single bolt that goes through there. I've just hand tightened mine and it just works like any standard smokestack would. On the side of the smoker, you've got this little handle kind of for like towing it around and moving it. Here's my problem with this. There's no mechanical fasteners for this handle. It basically just uses tension to hold it in place. And I've noticed that when I grab in the middle and actually pick up and try to roll the smoker around, the handle just pops out. The angle's not right. Something's wrong with it. So I really don't use it. Once I got it into location, I don't really need to move it anymore. I actually just use it to hang things off the side, like this handy-dandy little ash rake and grill grate cleaner that comes with it. Inside the big flat box, what you have is the shelf that goes off the front of the smoker for putting down your trays and things like that. This one is the same kind of fastener as the handle on the side. It's kind of got that tension fastener. But the great thing about this one is it seems secure, really secure. In fact, it holds a ton of weight. I've had a tray with 6 racks of ribs resting on that thing, and it doesn't even wiggle. So I love that. Inside the firebox, there's more accessories that you need to pull out. So you have the cooking grate. You pull that out. First thing you'll see is there is the handle for the vent. Now, it's an interesting kind of vent. It's not the kind where you just can turn it, a 1/4 turn, 1/2 turn. You actually sort of have to unscrew it to allow more air to go in. And you'll see that in a minute. There's also things in there like the drip bucket for hanging off the end where the grease spout is. Pretty handy, little aluminum bucket. There's also some grates for putting at the bottom of the smoke chamber that you can, put charcoal on, or you can rest pans on, or whatever it is you want to do with it. The vent on the drawer right here screws in. It just has a long threaded bolt on it, and you can see it comes in. The thing I like about it is the stay cool handle. That black part on the vent gets ripping hot. I've burned my hands when I wasn't paying attention. But having that nice little, stay cool handle on there is really cool. The drawer pulls out, which is great, and you can tip it and take it all the way out to dump your ash, to clean out, and it's pretty easy to maintain. The thermometer on this is not all that great. In fact, you'll see in some upcoming videos, I replaced the thermometer because I was comparing it to my Maverick digital thermometer that I had inside the smoke chamber, and it was way off. It was off by like 120 degrees at one point. So not the most accurate. In fact, I bought a Tell-True to replace it. I did a test to compare the thermometer that came with the Bayou Classic and the Tell-True and the Maverick, and it was way off. It's not a great piece of equipment, that's for sure. So inside you've got two separate cooking grates, and then you've got this little shelf up top, which you can tip the shelf up out of the way if you need more room for large objects, if you don't want to take it out. In fact, I didn't even realize you could do that until I watched Justin's video on Baby Back Maniac channel. He showed how you could take it away. In fact, if you haven't seen that video, go watch it. It's really great. So plenty of room here for putting things in. There's a baffle down at the bottom that you'll see here for deflecting the smoke. And they slide out nice and easy. They go right above the shelf that's in the front. Like I said, here's those two little shelves you put down at the bottom just to kind of rest things on. You can even put charcoal on it, someone said, but I can't see myself ever doing that. Everything slides in. They come out really easy to clean. Just nice, really well built. Those shelves, by the way, those cooking grates are thick. They're a solid 1/4 inch thick steel. They are heavy. I think they weigh about 15 pounds apiece, and they're great. They are just chunky and fantastic. They will last a lifetime. The wheels are pretty standard. They're just metal wheels. I've had this cooker for a couple months now, and the wheels are already rusting, which is pretty normal. Again, I don't roll it around all that much, so there's not too much to worry about. But overall, here it is, the whole cooker. Looks great, assembled great. I'm going to put a video up pretty soon on how to season it, and I'm going to show you some cooks here in the coming weeks too. So once again, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I know there's not much there yet, but there will be soon. And if you'd like to follow me on any of the social media accounts, you can follow me on Twitter at Dave's Ohio Barbecue. One word, that's Dave's Ohio BBQ, no spaces. Or on Instagram at Dave's Ohio Barbecue. One word, that's Dave's Ohio BBQ. Thanks again. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you soon.